live, baby. Well, apparently, YouTube has not been notifying everybody for some goddamn reason. Who knows why? I'm seeing it's been happening to other channels and shit too, where like not everyone gets the notification right away for some reason. Kevin, why didn't Tech come too? Oh, there he is. Charles, that's what they were telling me too. That's fine. So there's a couple people I'm going to finish from last time. I'll put them back at the end. And then we'll jump into the normal queue. What does that mean, Kevin? What do you keep saying about being smart about? I guess that's true. What up, Venom? Maserter. Here, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Well, no, I'm not. What? Why even bother waiting? What a Flondo. You know, sometimes it's nice when those numbers are nice and low. It's a lot more low key. Don't gotta worry about shit. All right, let's start off with Marcus Crux, who I think was in the queue last time. I'm not totally sure, but we're starting here. Number 30. Jumping right into this shit. Would I consider doing a stream on mixing or something? I mean, maybe. I guess I could. I might.
Known as the beginning. The creation of all.
This is Marcus Crux. Let's hear this.
Of everything we
The
know.
funk breakdown.
From Gaia came the stars in the heavens and planets in the sky. Everything we know. And yet, she's left over.
Back in 98. We was on GeoCities. Alright, this intro is ridiculous. Stream where I'm digging for samples. I can do that again. I haven't done that in a while. More often than not, it's like, it's just really bad when I do that. Jesus. It's like the opening credits of some Sundance award-winning movie. I played this. I've never heard this before in my life. Fake Nation. Oh boy, this is just too slow. This is seriously like soundtrack to a by the book indie movie about like some guy who just attempted to commit suicide. Now he's like going across the country with his little niece. Alright. Do I ever produce beats for people? That gets a... Not really. I might. Sometimes. There's not a lot of people who... It's hard to like find people who it's worth doing shit with. Alright. Well, Marcus, that was slow as hell. And pretty boring. Good thing Young Gons is starting off the exact same way. I would absolutely produce for Lil B. I need to send him some beats. Where's the low end? Why does it sound like it's coming out of a Game Boy speaker? Oh, there we go. That kick is weird as hell. I need to turn up the light. What is this? This just doesn't have any purpose to it. No point. No reason. No life. No nothing. Alright, next up is Lotus. Lattes. Track's called Hum. Charles the Rapper type. Oh no. Constro, I'm feeling the same way. This one at least has some vibes. Is that Gucci? Who is that? Is that Gucci? See, this doesn't seem like... I know normally if I bomb shit if it's got an acapella, but this is like varied. It seems you could rap over that acapella, so I'm not gonna bomb it. Is that Pimp C? Someone from Texas. I don't know what I was saying. Gorilla Zoe. Okay. K-Forum, you can submit over at beatbreakdown.net. Submit your tracks to the pool. They get picked at random. Give me 30 anytime I stream. And then we go from there. So I like it. Let's go with like there could be more, the drums, like the hard panning, and they're just a little too buried. I feel like it could hit a little bit harder, just a little bit, not like crazy, but it's got some good vibes and shit. K-Forum it used to be, but I would just get too many and it was impossible to do them. Damn, that was nice. That was my favorite so far. Shout out to Lotus. Alright. Now for tonight's actual cue. First up, we got Lentra.
Just take one hit. Don't you want to be cool? What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm so high! Nothing can hurt me!
Yeah, I already have my selections for tonight. Woo! That was in the beat, right? Damn, this is tight. Yo, Lentra, send this to me. Upload this for off top. This would be dope. Man, I just want to hear someone rap on this. Okay, I don't know about this part. Chords are kind of losing me, but like the core of the beat is super dope. I would change up a lot of that second part. Away, the chords aren't really quite going where I'd hope they would, but I think there's something dope in there. At the very least, it's just a good switch up from what we've heard so far, and that's like, it's real bare bones. I really want to hear someone rap on it. But yeah, like I said, there's some stuff I didn't like about it, but I just like the kind of groove overall, I suppose. All right, next up is A.B. Ice of Fat.
Abstract production.
Party people, put a hand in the sky. Party people, put a hand in the sky.
Party. It sounds like a weatherman.
Put a hand in the sky. Put a hand in the sky. Party people, put a hand in the sky. Party people, put a hand in the sky. Party people, put a hand in the sky. Put a hand in the sky.
The tempo on this is real goofy. And the way the groove, like everything's super on beat. It's like a little too rigid. And none of the sounds are real great. It just kind of sounds super dated. I feel like you could update it a little bit more with some... This sample kind of sucks. I hate that Party People sample. And the samples were kind of nice, but the drums were like too quiet. Everything was a little too rigid. There could have just been more like life inside of it instead of how it was. Wasn't a huge fan of like the rhythms and shit, but there's something nice there, kind of. All right, let's check this one out. Slow. No. See where this goes. saying it's a little too extreme. The reverb is a really, really shitty reverb. It would like, I would kind of like it more if the drums didn't like really came through some more and the reverb wasn't so ass. Yeah, the drums really bring that one down. The sample's dope. Text says the computerized sounds ruin it. I kind of liked them, but I think they could have been done a little bit better and blended in more. But the drums were kind of weak there. The reverb was really shitty. The sounds themselves kind of sucked, and the programming was super boring. So if you could take that sample and kind of come with a little something more creative, I think it could work a little bit better. All right, this is Thug Box. Long intro. Cut that intro in half. I like the drums, I think. I like parts of the drums.
All I do. All I've been doing for the last 5 years in my life.
I like the programming of the drums more than I like the drum sounds. I like the drum rolls and shit, but there's a lot of downtime in this beat. The sound, some of the sounds just sound. Whoa. Some of the sounds sound a little low quality. It could be kind of nice. I like that you went with the more up-tempo drums. In general, I don't know about there. It makes the sample seem really slow, but I like how much programming you did on the drums, all the extra accents and shit. Is nice. But I don't know if it really came together all that well. Like that sample with those drums at that tempo, there could maybe be a better fit of each of those things. Alright, next up is Bourbon Boys. Cannibal Ox feature, that sounds about right. Yeah, go in, like, I feel the same way about Views from the Six. At this point, I do not care. Look. Oh no. What is this banjo? What are these drums? Goodbye. That banjo was one of the worst lead sounds I've ever heard in my entire life. Alright, next up, Jim Thra, super spooky trap song. I love getting scared by my music. I wish Stephen King made mixtapes. You know we ride when I'm dope. How is this a super spooky trap song? This is like a Zero demo B-side from 2002. Alright, Nothing in this sounds very good. Just sounds really cheap and super corny. Wake up, dog. You're dreaming. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, if you can genuinely describe your music as, like, your, like, trap beat as spooky, it's probably not good. So that's not something you should, like, try and be. Alright, next up is Chief. Let's see where these chords go. This is like just a hair too wonky. A little too slow too. If it was a little faster, I think it would be nice. The low end is kind of nice. I don't know if this beat really benefits from like being off beat. It just feels wrong. And it just feels a little slow too. Yeah, it is Pizzo, but you can go submit for next time right away. All right. I liked how much low in there was, but I didn't like how everything was just slightly offbeat, and I don't think it helped at all. It was a little too slow. If it was a little faster and flowed a little bit better, it would have been nice. Oh boy. This description's giving me the yawns already. I tried to make a beat kind of like the Sing About Me song by Kendrick Lamar. Is that what this is? Sounds like every shoegaze indie band that's ever practiced anywhere on any college campus. Well, that's a little too much credit. It sounds like any one-man indie shoegaze band who plays guitar on top of GarageBand. Abby Soft. Okay. Can't say that worked so very well. Hosen. Let's see what's up with Hosen. That was Talib. I figured it was like someone I should have known who it was, but it sounded goofy as hell. Hey Sanders, if this submission is too old, 1 year, here's a link to a newer one. At least you know. At least you know. Yeah, the bottle rocket sucks, but that's why I like it. This is better than the other one. This reminds me of like some new Job A's tracks in a very specific way. If it was a little faster, you could totally hear some of the acapellas from like Modal Soul all over this. Yeah, this is a lot better. I'm glad you linked an alternative. I can do a little more variety. Christmas music. I can see how the hi-hat kind of is. It's called Love Theme. Not bad overall. Could use a little bit more variety. The vibe overall was pretty nice. You know, real reminiscent of some classic Nujabes stuff. Some of the sound sounded a little cheap, but overall the mix was pretty decent. So not bad. I'm glad you had that one. Here's Elmo Moncheri. I think you're thinking of someone else. That Levi kid. Okay, we gotta switch already. What's happening here? Woof. Woof. It's like the lion from The Wizard of Oz. This is going so many different places. Okay. Huge Vin Diesel fans put Triple X in their name. That's who, Kevin. That main snare sound kind of sounds like ass, but the overall vibe is kind of nice. Conster, don't you mean R.I.B.? Rest in beats. Yeah, the bass line could use. I'm not huge on the bass line either. Not huge on the snare. I feel like we could have got a little more of the sample. It seemed like it was a little buried, but the overall kind of vibe was kind of nice. Maybe some more kick, just some more other stuff on top. It was a little minimalist. Could have maybe built it up a little bit more. All right, next up is Sonia. Not enough sample. It's too separate from the drums right now. I don't like the hi-hats. They're too high pitched, and then the open one just sounds super cheap. Yo, Maskanada. The drums are just too busy, and the bass is too busy. Too many notes. These samples are nice, but everything else, if it was like slower, it could be real dope. Slower and like way more open, but that was way too busy. Some of the sounds were too cheap sounding. If you just swapped out some of those hi-hats and the bass, maybe just do sub bass, a more simple bass line, slowed it down, it could work out a little bit more. Alright, next up is Zafros, submitted by Zafros type beat. Let's hear it. Fuck a description, it's just a beat. Jesus. Oh, I get it. That's a song, right? Maskinata. This is just like really not my thing. Those sounds in the background, not huge on. It's just a little too like. It's like it sounds like it's got a lot of sound selection wise, like a lot of LP influence, but not in a very constructive way. For how slow it is, I don't really know if the two go together very well. So to me, there's kind of like a disconnect between the sound selection and then like the construction of the track. So it didn't really work too well for me personally. But what the fuck does that mean? Anyway, alright, next up is Zach B 360. For some reason does not show up here. This is called Popeye's Biscuit. And it sounds like garbage. If that's what your Popeye's Biscuits taste like, you gotta call the health department. Alright, next up, Cold Blood Beats. Yeah, I read this chat. I was just talking to Maskinata. Is that what they called the orange lady in Star Wars 7? What up, Caves? Construct, you're never happy. When there's 100 people here, you say it's too many. When there's 30 people here, you say, where is everybody? This is just super boring. I don't know. None of the synths really did it for me. Especially not when it was all stuttered out. So I was glad that stopped, but then it was still super boring. So, I think it kind of overdid it with the phaser. It could maybe work. Like the chords are kind of cool. The reverse sounds don't necessarily work that well. I agree, Charles. It just didn't jump out at me very much. Like it could have been kind of nice. Like the drums could have maybe worked if there was something more interesting going on under them. Oh shit. No, that was right. Fuck. All right. So, maybe, I don't know, I just feel like you could do more, maybe swap out the synth stuff for some other stuff. Alright, it says, I was jamming on my guitar for a while and saw that I'd been recording, decided to sample it. Does it sound like this was chopped alright? I swear I'm hearing some weird pop after every part, even though I use slicing as a transients feature. I'll listen. It's only 42 seconds. I can make it. Yeah, so slicing at the transients doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna stop at the right time. So if when it stops playing the sample, it's at a peak or a valley in the waveform, you'll get a pop, or if it's like in the middle of a sound, you'll get a weird click. So shit, what is this? So on your sampler, you can either go and make sure it ends right on where it's 0 instead of a peak, or it's where it's right in between at the 0, or you can turn up the release a few milliseconds so it kind of fades out and you lose that pop anyway. So I'd probably play with the release before I mess with anything else. The drums are pretty not great. The guitar chops could be kind of cool. But the drums, those drums aren't gonna really do it. So I think maybe a drum break, and some more bass. Just the chops. Part of the chops kind of worked, but I would just. That's not cool. Beats. That's. Yeah, those drums aren't gonna do it. But play with the release. Keep some of those chops and see what you can do with the drum break on top of there. All right, next up is ukulele. Yo, what up? Adrian, High Flown. No, I'm streaming on YouTube. It, for some reason, didn't notify subscribers. And, yeah, I don't know. But I'm on there right now. All right, next up is JY.
Have I learned is your question?
Got any ideas for the next beat breakdown? I'm doing big pimping, baby. Coming out tomorrow.
Understand. My heart is true. Have I learned is your question? And my answer I had. I hope you understand. But since you've been gone, have I learned is your question? And my answer I hope you understand. But since you've been gone, wish I never done you wrong. Wish I never done you wrong.
I don't know about that, like, this part's kind of cool. I feel like the sample's a little too loud, or it could be compressed a little bit. Sidechain it slightly, kind of get it to gel with the drums a little bit. They seem real separate at the moment. The drums are just kind of low quality in general. But, the sample's got some nice stuff. I don't know about when the group vocals come in. It's like a weird key change, and I don't like how it goes. But the vocals, you could probably filter out a little bit to leave room for someone to actually rap on. Alright. What's next? Oh, yeah, I was going to close out Jay-Z month with it, but I ended up doing something else instead. Alright, next up is Helios. Just change the URL slightly. There's like a duplicate URL finder still, and it doesn't know to ignore everyone. So for right now, just change the URL and you'll be fine. Is this a penguin? What's this art? Alright, where are the drums at? Where's anything at? These chords can't carry this forever. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Adrian. Like, there's potential in there. There's never any drums? Are you serious? Dog. Why you gotta do that to me? All right, Project X, best movie of all time. You better change your name, cause all I could think of is that dumbass movie. These drums are too clean. They stick out from the sample way too much. Alright, there better be a change up here. I could definitely hear some college freshmen from like OU rapping over this.
Mama said I had to go to school, so I did. I went to go get my degree, so I did. Here I am, state school.
Oh, like, oh, what happened there? I feel like this would attract a lot of really shitty rappers. But the drums, I wish they blended in with the sample a little bit more. I need more. And there's like a kind of groove change between the chorus and the rest of it that I don't know if I'm down with. If they went better with the sample, I'd be more into it. They sounded a little too clean overall. So match them texture-wise and match them mix-wise, and I think they'll be better off for it. All right, next up is Shaolin. Exactly, Constro. Alright. Let's see where this goes. This intro is so long. This is like a beat Eminem made for like 50 Cent that didn't make the cut. This is kind of corny sounding. It's got like a Home Alone vibe to it, at the same time having like an Immortal Technique vibe to it, which is not really a good combination. That intro was so long. That's got to go. The drums are super lame, and the bass kind of sucks in terms of what you're playing. Just the sounds of the drums, like the programming is whatever, but the sound of the drums sucks and really ruins it for me. So that's what I say about that. All right, next up, Maurice Butler. Let's hear this. Something nasty's going off the bass here. I gotta get rid of it. Eject out the cargo hold. This bird's going down. Alright, next up is Thunder. Here's another Eminem B-side beat. Why does every beat Eminem ever made sound the same? Why is this panning the way it is? just sounds so weak. It doesn't really come together. Nah, Kevin, there's some good beats on Monday. I don't know. I don't like the drum sounds on that. If that was like, if it had the right sounds and the right energy and the right mixing, it could maybe work, but it just didn't really do it. Right there. All right, here's Shaolin. Didn't he get on there twice? Maybe he was one I missed from last time. Nah, Tech. No one did. I just need more, like, isn't it boring to do this shit over and over? This one at least has some kind of faster shit to like, give it a little bit of up-tempo stuff going on. It is super basic, I agree. This is like some shit Arab music would chop up and play. Arab music is like the most boring, most hype person in the world. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know if it's like... I don't know. Next up, Bread Rhino. Track is gone. Alright, Grant Watson. Fresh Pastry. Cosmo Rock. Let's hear this. It's like the theme song to Portlandia bumper music. Just hold on, we're going home. I've got my eyes on you. You left your mark on me. I want your heart, love, emotion, endlessly. Right, all these sounds are super stock. I agree. And the groove, like one that was too slow. If you like really, you got to listen to some more shit like that and find out what makes it listenable. It's not the synth or the drum sounds. It's the tempo, the way the drums are programmed, the mixing and shit. So it was a little too slow, and the drums were a little too busy. The mix wasn't quite there. Like, that's where you really lean into some side chaining, get a good bounce going, some shit like that. All right, next up is Beeman. What is this? What is that sound? Someone's doing the laundry. Someone's running the dishwasher. Why are you doing the dishes on a beat? Three more. Adrian, you're finishing up. I hope you save it for us. All right, next up, Min Wager. Damon Horton, let's see. you have to be a member on Beat Breakdown to submit a beat? No, you don't. Well, you have to have a free account. Sensual Seduction remix. Man, I love that song. This is like music to my ears after the last couple. The drums aren't perfect. None of the sounds are particularly great or particularly hip-hop. But the overall concept, I'll take it for now. The composition and shit. Some cool chord changes. Totally. I got real in-depth like Ableton tutorials. Tech, I do not. Well, I don't Skype people one-on-one. I mean, you can do that, but it's not like a normal thing. I like the chords. I like all the weird changes, all the weird shit. But the sounds are just kind of low quality in general. So that's what I say about that. This is the second beat I have made by Yuichi Fujioka. I don't select it, it's random. I'm trying out random for a little while, seeing how it works. I might go back to first come, first serve. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, for real, Kevin? Yeah, Blade is random. Alright, just kind of boring. Like, I mean, this is your second beat you ever made, so the fact that I'm not turning it off is good. You could probably turn the sample up, put some compression on it. Get rid of that. That's probably in this. If you added that cymbal, don't. Sample's not the best in terms of like melody or anything, and the chop rhythms aren't that great, but I mean, you're learning shit. And that's kind of a rhythm of chops you always end up leaning on heavy when you're first starting out. Yeah, just keep doing your thing. I would say, one, the drums sounded a little low quality, and then two, the sample, you could put a little compression on it and kind of turn it up some. And then from there, just keep doing shit. You got your phone took? Oh, at school? Damn. Alright, next up is Adrian Bryce, closing it out, who apparently got his phone took out by his teacher one time trying to submit to the critique queue. Shout out to that. Alright, let's see. They're rolling out a tutorial service. Interesting. This intro looks real long. Let's see. Sounds like Mumford & Sons played by a synth. Okay, that tag is creepy as hell. It's so hard paying. I don't like that. This has at least a nice vibe to it. It rides a little bit. No, Kevin. Like some of the sounds were a little goofy, but the overall vibe kind of works. Could use some more low. Yeah, some more low and for sure some more bass. Kind of cheesy, to be honest. Totally. Yeah, like when the synth is on its own, it definitely sounds like the Lumineers. The melody is some Fisher Price lullaby shit, says Conster Buzz. It works more when the drums come in, but on its own, it definitely sounds like. Not bad overall. I just wouldn't leave that lead exposed very much. Fuck. Alright. Well, shit, that's a wrap. Kevin, we already... Didn't I play this already? I'll be back Sunday or Monday. Yeah, I'll be back Sunday or Monday. We'll see. I feel like I heard this already.
Shit, I just want to put my dick on your shoulder so you can put it on your mind later on. Drink the evidence and hide the dick behind your head. The police is coming. It's cold 10. Put your dick behind your head.
I have heard, yeah, I'd heard that before. I knew I had. Oh shit. Cosper, what is this? This is not what I expected. This is Constructive. He told me to play the top track on his SoundCloud. I don't know what he was making fun of exactly, but this is the art. Pretty intense. All right. I'm out of here. I'm gonna still fuck around with the lottery system a little bit, and maybe it'll be retired. Who knows? Who knows? But until then,